Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are not just talking about another GST update. We are talking about a landmark reform. The GST Council has officially announced and implemented GST 2.0. This isn't just a number change, it's a complete overhaul of the tax system aimed at simplifying rate, boosting consumption, and making life easier for both business and consumers. Stick around because we are going to break down exactly what has changed and how it impacts you. The government has scrapped the old 12% and 28% GST rates and is moving to a much clearer two slab system 5% and 18%. This means fewer tax brackets to worry about, making things more transparent and easier to understand. Now, for those luxurians in goods like pan masala, tobacco, and high end cars, there is a new 40% rate. This ensures fairness and helps the government balance its revenue. Now, let's look at the sector wise changes in the new GST rates. These new GST reforms mean direct savings on your monthly household budget. This isn't just about food, it's about making your home life more affordable. Products like UST milk, prepackaged paneer, and all kinds of Indian breads now have a nil GST rate. That means they are completely tax free. Daily essentials like soap, shampoos, and toothpaste, along with things like bicycles and tablewares, are all now at a low 5% GST. And many of your favorite snacks like packaged namkins, bhujia, pasta, and even chocolates are dropping from 12% or 18% all the way down to 5%. Finally, for all the gadget lovers out there, TVs, ACs, and dishwashers have seen the GST rate cut from a high 28% down to 18%. This makes them much more accessible for consumers and strengthens our domestic electronic industry. The latest GST reforms are bringing major relief to the home budget building and material sector. By lowering GST on key construction materials, the government is making home more affordable for all of us. Now, let's get into the specifics. Here are the key rate changes you need to know. The GST on the cement, one of the most crucial materials, is dropping significantly from a high 28% to just 18%. That's a huge cut that will directly lower construction costs. For things that add beauty and style to our home, like marble and granite blocks, the GST is falling from 12% to a much lower 5%. Even eco-friendly materials are getting a break. Items like bamboo flooring and wood packing cases are also seeing their rate reduced from 12% down to 5%. These changes are a huge step towards making home ownership more accessible and affordable for everyone. Now let's move on and look at the GST changes in the next sector. In the automobile sector, this is a fantastic move that's going to make a huge difference. By creating a clearer classification for vehicles and their parts, the government is cutting down on disputes and making it easier for manufacturers to do business. So, what are the new rates? Small cars and two wheelers with engines under 35cc are getting a big tax break, with the GST rate dropping from a high 28% to just 18%. That's a significant saving for anyone looking to buy a new ride. The same tax cut also applies to buses, trucks, and three wheelers. Their GST rate is also moving from 28% down to 18%. And it's not just the vehicles themselves. All auto parts are also seeing their tax reduced from 28% to 18%, which should lower the cost of repairs and maintenance for everyone. Overall, this is a massive step that will make vehicles more affordable and support the growth of our automotive industry. The new GST reforms are also bringing massive boosts to the agriculture sector. By cutting GST rates on key inputs, the government is not only helping farmers reduce their costs but also encouraging eco friendly practices. They are also fixing the inverted duty structure on fertilizers, which will help us produce more domestically and rely less on imports. It's a huge step towards strengthening our self reliance in agriculture. So, what are the new rates? The GST on tractors is dropping from 12% to a low 5%. And even better, their tires and parts are also seeing a huge cut from 18% down to 5%. This means big savings on buying and maintaining your machinery. Other essential farm equipments like harvesters, threshers, sprinklers, and drip irrigation systems are also seeing their GST rate go from 12% down to 5%. And for those who use biopesticides and even natural menthol are also getting a rate cut from 12% to just 5%. These changes are designed to support our farmers and ensure a strong, self reliant agriculture future for our country. Now we can look into the reforms in the service sector. It is also a huge positive for the hospitality and wellness industries, which are getting a much needed push. For all the travelers, if you are staying in a hotel that costs up to rupees 1,500 per day, the GST on your stay is being cut from 12% all the way down to just 5%. That's a massive saving that will make your getaways much more budget friendly. And for your personal wellness, service at gyms, salons, barbers, and yoga centers are seeing a huge GST cut from 18% to a low 5%. This makes it cheaper to take care of yourself, stay fit, and look good. And it's a great step towards making wellness an everyday necessity, not a luxury. These changes are a huge step towards making services more accessible and improving our overall quality of life. The next sector is for all the artists, artisans, and parents out there. The new GST reforms are bringing a fantastic boost to the toys, handicrafts, and textile sectors. This is all about celebrating and supporting Indians' rich cultural heritage while making things more affordable for you. First, let's talk about the textile industry. The government has fixed a major issue called the inverted duty structure, which was a big problem for manufacturers. By reducing the GST on man made fibers from 18% to 5% and man made yarn from 12% to 5%, they are making our textile industry much more competitive, especially in exports. This is a huge step for Make in India. Now for the really creative stuff. Lower GST rates on handicrafts are going to directly help our incredible artisans. This is about supporting their livelihoods, preserving our cultural heritage, and promoting rural economic growth. The tax on many beautiful pieces is being cut. Handicraft idols and statues are going from 12% to just 5%. So are paintings and sculptures, which are also dropping from 12% to 5%. And great news for kids and parents. Wooden metal and textile dolls and toys are now at a low 5% down from 12%. The next section is all for students and parents out there. The new GST reforms are making a big difference in the education sector by reducing the cost of essential learning materials. So let's look at the items that are now cheaper. Everyday essentials like exercise book, erasers, pencils, crayons, and sharpeners are now completely tax free, moving to a 0% GST rate. That's a huge saving on your stationery bill. And that's not at all. Items like geometry boxes and even school cartons and trees are now seeing their GST cut from 12% down to 5%. These changes are a fantastic step to support every student's learning journey and provide direct financial relief to a millions of families across the country. When it comes to your health, every little bit of savings matters. That's why these new GST reforms are so important for the medical sector. This is a big win that will not only make healthcare more affordable for you and your family, but also give a huge boost to India's pharmaceutical and medical equipment manufacturing industries. So let's break down the new tax rate for a healthier future. A list of 33 life saving drugs and diagnostic kits are now completely tax free, moving from 12% to 0% GST rate. This is a massive relief for the patients battling critical illness, including cancer and rare diseases. But it doesn't stop there. Most other medicines, including those from Ayurveda, Unani, and homeopathy, are seeing a big rate cut, going from 12% down to 5%. This makes everyday medication much more affordable. And if you wear glasses, listen up. The GST on spectacles and corrective goggles is dropping from a high 28% to just 5%. That's a huge saving. Finally, medical devices are also getting a major tax break. Items like medical oxygen, thermometers, surgical instruments, and other medical, dental, and veterinary devices are all seeing their GST rate cut from as high as 18% down to 5%. These reforms are a big step towards making healthcare accessible and affordable for every citizen across the country. There is a huge deal in the health and life insurance sector too. These GST exemptions are a major step towards making financial protection more accessible for everyone. This move directly supports the national vision of mission insurance for all by 2047, aiming to ensure every Indian has the coverage they need. So, what exactly is now tax free? The GST on premiums for a wide range of policies is now completely exempt. This includes individual life insurance, health insurance, family floater plans, and most importantly, policies for senior citizens. By removing GST on these critical policies, the government is making a clear statement that financial security and health protection are not luxury but a fundamental right for all citizens. So, what does all this mean for you? From the groceries in your kitchen and electronics in your living room to the tools used by our farmers and medicines in our hospitals, these GST reforms are designed to make life simpler and more affordable for every citizen. GST 2.0 isn't just about reducing tax rates. It is a strategic move to boost our economy, support local manufacturing, empower small businesses, and create a strong foundation for India's growth. These reforms truly represent a major step towards building a modern, self reliant, and economically robust India. I hope this video gave you a clear picture of how these things will benefit you and the country. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you very much.